Lady Jha Jha, what's up, baby? What's up, baby? We miss you, Lady Jha Jha. Lady Jha Jha exposing. She exposing your boy, the informant Jimmy Jones. Hold on, let me put my seatbelt on, man. I don't want to end up like your boy, Earl of Wait Bully. I don't want to end up like Earl of Wait Bully. Yeah, and we got some information about that cocksucker, too. And if he was really hurt in that car accident. Yeah, I always wondered what happened to Jha Jha, man. She was tight with it on the mic, man. She remind me of the Brat, right? Smooth but rugged with that South swagger. Sexy what she wanted to be. Under those baggy clothes, you knew it was something good up under that thing, man. You knew it was something good. Listen, you rocking with your boy CBT. Subscribe to the channel, man. So look, she did an interview, man, and I want to talk about it. I'm going to leave the link to the interview in the description. So go check it out if you haven't seen it already, right? So at the end of the day, she was exposing Jim Jones, and I learned a lot. And first and foremost, I'm from Far Rock, right? I'm a Far Rock native, 40 projects. We paint the building red. If you understand that, you're not from that hood. We call the 6th borough for a reason. You see what I'm saying? We don't even recognize Queens. We from the 6th borough. We on our own island. You dig what I'm saying? We got the beach and the bay, and it's one way in, it's one way out. Point blank, period. But look, I'm not saying that just because I'm from Far Rock, I have a unique, intake or input on this topic. I just say anytime you talk about Far Rock, I got to give my input. You dig what I'm talking? Now let's talk about this thing, man. There was some things that she was exposing, and you can tell in the interview she wanted to say more. And I'm happy she fell back because, I think being a female trying to get back into the game, hearing that Jim Jones was blackballing her, if she would have exposed everything, I guarantee you, people would have been looking for her, point blank period, because the things that she said, man, made Jim Jones look like a total cocksucker. You see what I'm saying? Like, how you paying a dude $150 for a show? Like, he was paying Jim Jones, like, how you paying Max B $150? Are you crazy? Max B's supposed to be getting like at least 20 to 10 grand a show. My boy Stack should have been getting at least 5 a show because he was coming up. Now, at the end of the day, I knew Stack, right? He was a good dude. And I know everybody say a dude was a good dude when they passed away. But when I say he was a good dude, he was a good dude. Like, Stack wasn't in the hood running around ragged, running around wild. Like, he had his crew. He from Redfern. I'm from the 40s. We didn't hang in the same circle, but I knew who he was. Like, we used to battle back in the days. I know him from the Stramblers. You dig what I'm saying? They used to boost clothes and dance. Me and my dudes used to dance. We came to the Redfern one time, a few times, and we used to battle against each other. They crew against my crew. I can remember one time, for the sake of this video, just a little something about your boy Stack. We dancing, right? So we in the party in Redfern, house party and all that. They got this little beat on. We dancing to it. We battling, right? Some dudes from Hamels was up in there. And I always had issues with dudes from Hamels. Forget about it. I used to go to 198. And if you from the hood, you know what 198 is. It's a junior high school, right? And I seen these dudes in the corner of my eye plotting on me, right? So I told my dude, look, we're going to do a dance. And we're going to get next to the door. And when we get next to the door, we gonna bounce. We got next to the door and we bounce, bro. Like, real talk. And the good thing was that I was on point as a youngin'. I was like 15, 16. You smell me? Like, at this age. And I'm like, so we outside, we running. We get to Mount Ave, like, in 5 minutes. Like, Mount Ave, a walk to Mount Ave from Redfern is at least 10 minutes. I got to Mount Ave in like 3 minutes, bro. I was booking. You smell me? I was up out of there. At the end of the day, I was a youngin', but I understood that those dudes from Hamels played a different type of game. I was all about the knuckle game. You understand me? Let's square up. Let's get it popping. Those dudes from Hamels was about that hammer. And come to find out, homie had the hammer in his book bag. And I kept seeing him in his book bag, like with one hand in the book bag. And back in those days, dudes wore book bags. But I knew that cocksucker. I went to school with this cocksucker. I knew that he had it out for me. And that was the perfect opportunity to touch me. You see what I'm saying? So we got up out of there. Come to find out he had the hammer. Come to find out they was out to get me personally. But my dudes was with me, so we all bounced together. But that's a little story right there when your boy CBT got chased about at a house party and your boy Stack, right? So I seen Stack like the next day. He like, yo, son, oh, you dudes, y'all really could dance, you know what I mean? He was just, saluting us on our dancing skills. And he's like, yo, why you bounce like that? I said, yo, you don't want to know, man. At the end of the day, Stack was a good dude, man. Like, You feel me? Like the Stack that y'all know ain't the Stack that I know. Like I said before, we didn't hang out like every day, but I knew him, he knew me. I knew everybody in his circle. Like I hung out with dudes in his circle because they played ball with me. But me and Stack didn't have anything in common other than dancing. So we kicked it on that level and we kept it moving. And last time I seen Stack, I was coming from Neptune. What's that? Neptune, New Jersey. And I was in New Jersey chilling, right? I'm gonna get to the story in a minute, but if you don't want to hear this, just skip the video, cocksucker. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, I was coming from Neptune, New Jersey. And I was in New Jersey, and all I kept hearing was Stack Bunles. I'm like, who that? And they're like, yo, boom, boom. They showed me the picture. I'm like, that's my man. Like, boom. They're like, yeah, he nice on the mic, son. They let me hear his music. I'm like, oh, he is tight. I didn't know he was rapping at the time when they was talking about it. I'm like, yeah, I think I did hear. I think I did know, but I didn't even pay attention to it. You know, everybody rap in the hood, right? But I didn't know he was buzzing like that. So when I get back to the hood, I'm on my ass by McDonald's and the cleaners. He was coming from the cleaners. And dig what I'm saying? I said, yo, Stack was shaking, was popping. And he's like, yeah, it was good, son. I'm like, yeah, son, I want you to know, man, I was just in Jersey, my nigga. And these dudes love you out there, B. Like, you the man out there. So, like, what's good with you? He like, yeah, good looking, son. Yeah, I'm doing the music thing. And we kicked it, and he kept it moving, and I kept it moving. At the end of the day, that was the extent of our relationship. Like, I know things that y'all don't know, but for the sake of the video and the sake of his name, I'm not going to say that. What I will say is this. Listen, if people knew that he was getting $150 a show, Stack could be here right now, man. Stack was coming through with mink hats, you know what I mean, foreign cars, drop tops, jewelry, moving and shaking. If you knew Stack and if you was around Stack, Stack had that star quality about him already, but he was just from the hood. He had ambition, he had goals, he was trying to move and shake, he had swagger, he had that far rock sound. Listen, when I heard that, when Jha Jha said, first of all, and when people seen that, people thought that he was getting big money. People thought that, look, hold on, little shorty, he moving like that? Listen, we're digging his pockets, flip him upside down. What's shaking was good, like, because we knew who Stack was for real. Not the persona, not the video, not the music Stack. We knew who Stack was. So it was a little bit, mad dudes was like looking at him. I'm talking about dudes younger than him was looking at him like, stop playing. Who that? You moving like that? Like, but for the sake of this video, I don't want to discredit anybody in their name. But I'm talking facts, and I'm from Far Rock. I got videos. My face is planted everywhere. If you don't like what I said, disprove me, step to me. What's shaking was good. I'm no gangster, but I'm talking his facts, and I'm not going to discredit his name, but I'm just telling you, if we knew he was getting $150 a show, he would be here today, because the persona, what people thought, he was getting big bucks. You dig what I'm saying? I'm telling you, he was pulling up in things that we never seen before. I'm telling you, bruh. I was there. You understand me? But at the end of the day, when I heard that he had his hand all up in balling, the you know what I mean, the song that Jim Jones is basically famous for, I was like, stop playing. Because when I heard that song, I knew, I felt that Far Rock sound. You see, if you from Far Rock, you have a swagger, you have a persona, you have a way about you. And that's a Far Rock song, bruh. You understand me? I'm not saying he wrote the whole song. I'm not saying I know his hands was in it, because I feel that song, and I know that's how we talk, and I know that's how we sound. You see what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, right, well, Jha Jha talked about how Stack wanted to leave the hood and how he pressed Jim Jones for some money so he can get his own crib away from the Rock. He had issues in the Rock, and you can't live in the Rock and be on TV. You can't live in the Rock, deal with, you know, what comes with living in the hood and being on the road at the same time. It's not safe. But it looks like Jim Jones denied Stack the opportunity or the money to have his own place outside of the Rock. Although he did offer Stack to stay in the mansion in Jersey, where he had to share a room with a roommate. Now, as a grown man, I don't see that, or any man accepting that. Nobody from the Rock is accepting that, point blank period. But my whole thing is this: Jha Jha seemed like she had more information. Like, if, you know, it felt like that Biggie Tupac thing where, you know, Biggie didn't tell Tupac that dudes was trying to get him, and when Pac got touched up, it felt like Biggie had something to do with it, because Biggie didn't give him the information at the time that he wanted it. Sort of like Jha Jha when she was like, well, you know, Stack went to Jim And Jim told him no. And then she seen Stack a little bit later that day, like if, Stack said to her, it didn't work out. Whatever he asked Jim for, he denied Stack. And he was like, you know what? Forget it. I'm going to go to the club and do me. And then everything transpired where he met his untimely demise. Now, at the end of the day, I know Jha Jha know more. I didn't know she was that close to Stack, nor should I have known, but I didn't know that, nor did I know that she spoke to him hours prior to his demise, which is crazy. Like, she said she had dreams about the dude and all that. Like, I would just say that everything that's happening to Jim Jones while he's being exposed is coming full circle for everything that he's done to Max B, to Stack Bundles, with this whole Tekashi and the wiretap and all that, and you know what I mean, and your boy Freaky Zicky. Like, everything is coming full circle. Don't be surprised if more information is coming out about this dude, Jim Jones, man. You understand me? He's a straight cocksucker, man. And I lost all respect for that dude just based off the things that I knew prior, but definitely with Jha Jha exposed, man. Go check the interview, man. It's real. Look, if you can read between the lines, you will understand what type of man Jim Jones is. I mean, putting dudes in slave contracts. Listen, he offered her a contract where she had to give him 10 albums. 10 albums. No advance. No upfront money. You understand me? Signing her life away without nothing. She didn't make no money off of anything that she did. Now that I'm looking back, I'm like, well, that South swagger that we all know Jim had in his music, that was flavor, because you mix that South with that New York and you get a banger. That all came from Jha Jha input. You know what I mean? Like, this dude Jim was taking swagger from Jha. He was taking swagger from not Ja Rule, Jha Jha, and taking swagger from Stacks, taking swagger from my boy Max B, Big Avell, like, and I think he was jealous of these dudes because he knew that, Stack was a lyricist. Max B had that wave. You see what I'm saying? Like, and he wasn't pushing their career or pushing them in the forefront, because then where would he be? Because he's not known, Jim Jones that is, as a rapper. He's a hype man behind Cameron. He's trying to do his own thing. Or do you think that it's all about mismanagement, or he's not a real businessman, or he didn't understand the business, or he didn't want to be behind the scenes, or he was just jealous that he didn't want no one to know about the true talent behind the scenes? So their career blow up, and then he's left like how Cam left him behind. You understand what I'm saying? But I think as a businessman, when you got the wavy man and you got your boy Stack, you're supposed to push these dudes up, because the more money they make, the more money you make. But here's my greater point, people. You see these dudes moving and shaking, right? Jewelry, cars, all that. Rent it, or it's not theirs, man. You got to stop looking at these celebrities like if they're bigger and better than you just because they in a movie or video. These dudes paying these dudes $150 a show, bro. You see what I'm saying? Yo, drive that car, drive this car. Like, he was selling these dudes, B. And this is what this is what I say when I say that, I'm not saying Stack wasn't gangster. Look, I'm not saying Stack wasn't this. I'm not saying Stack wasn't that. What I'm saying is this: what man is going to accept a deal like that? $150 a show. So when I say these dudes wasn't what they pretended to be, the proof is in the pudding right there. I wouldn't have took no $150. I pissed $150. You see what I'm talking about? Period. So I'm not accepting that. And I don't think no real gangster, no real dude in the hood that's getting money would accept that too. Listen, you don't have to be a gangster to be a good dude. You don't have to be a gangster to be a stand-up dude. You don't have to be a gangster to be looked at as a strong dude, or somebody you should listen to, or somebody you should fear. It's not about that. I always say in my videos, I'm not a gangster, bro, but I'm not soft either. You understand what I'm saying? That doesn't diminish who I am. That doesn't diminish who I am because I've never been locked up before, because I never did X, Y. That doesn't diminish it, because I will smack your kufi or point blank period. I get busy over here. You think what I'm talking about? So I'm not discrediting nobody's name, bro. And I'm not going to continue to say that to make anybody else happy. I'm just keeping it funky, and I'm keeping it real, and I'm calling down the middle because I know what I know. And if I wanted to expose anybody, it'd be so easy to do so because I know so much, especially about Far Rock and anybody in it. Point blank, period. Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you? So, listen, man. Jim Jones, man, he gonna get what he got coming to him. Trust me, man. Jha Jha exposed this dude, man. She really did, man. See, no slave contracts, but we gotta give it up to Jha Jha for not accepting that contract. She said, nah, I'm not taking that. You know what I mean? 10 albums, you're not even giving me no upfront money. At least he gave Max B 100,000 up front, which half of that went to Max B management, like these dudes. I understand we from the hood. I understand we come from a different type of bracket. I understand that, you know, money like that is not easy to come by every day. But at some point, you gotta look at your contract, you gotta look at your worth, and you gotta reject it, man. And I guarantee you, if a person is that interested in you, the money that they offered you, they will raise it tenfold because they know that you ain't playing that. And if Jha Jha was like, you know, out there, and if her music was pushed, and if people would have gravitated towards it, and Jim Jones would have offered her that contract, I guarantee you, once she declined, he would have renegotiated immediately and gave her money or gave her a contract that she can live with instead of just keeping her around without no paper on her, because he would have known that somebody else would have snatched her up. That's why he kept his artists in the background, so he can do what he can do, and nobody would know that he don't got papers on him. And it's a persona. And that's why he was able to maneuver the way he did. Smart dude, man, but that goes to tell you on that wiretap when he told that young boy to go do that thing, that super violation thing. You dig what I'm talking about for the sake of YouTube? That super violation thing, you feel me? Tells you that he's a dude, like we've seen these dudes. We grew up with these dudes in the hood, these OGs that we think are about that life, that we respect because of whatever, right? In that case, he's in the music industry, Dipset, Cameron, you know, the whole thing, and you're looking up to these dudes like, yeah, they popping right now. He got to have my best interest at heart when he actually don't. So they send you on wild goose chases. They treat you like the son. They send you to the store for some quarter water and some seeds, and you riding with that. That can never be me, man. Like, again, I'm from Far Rock. I'm different. We different. And again, I don't know why he accepted $150, man. It doesn't, because for me, I think it went like this. All right, boom. You're not hot right now. You rocking with Dipset, Jim Jones, whoop-de-whoop. I'm going to give you this amount of money for doing the show. You're not doing much. You're going to, be the opening act. Get your music out there. In the meantime, you in the studio cooking up. You ain't paying for studio. I'm letting you drive my car. I'm letting you wear the mink. I'm letting you move and shake. You under the big lights. Your time will come. Now, I could understand, coming from a guy that's in the industry, that got a few dollars, that's moving and shaking, dipset and all that. I could see how you following it and like, you know what? All right, boom. This could be my opportunity. I could be a breakout artist. I'm nice. I'm better than these dudes. I just got to prove my worth. And then you just ride with the wave of that $150 a show. But for me, I could see through all that smoke and mirrors, man. I wouldn't have done it, bro. I don't want to drive any, because I'm different, though. I don't want to drive anybody's car. I don't want to wear nobody's mink, and I don't want to wear nobody's jewelry, though. You see what I'm saying? I'm a self-doer. I'm a do for selfer. I'm a do for selfer. Then I'm gonna get that smoker, and I want that smoke. What my boy Dame Jazz said, man, I'm gonna do a video on that, though. Stay tuned. But you rocking with your boy CBT, man. Subscribe to the channel. Yeah. New media, new perspective. This is what new media look like. This is what new media look like. It's all about casual boxing talk. Just when you thought you had to figure new media, new perspective, casual boxing talk.